Are you here to find
Hey,
love,
how's it going?
Elton? Are you here to find love, baby?
Yes, I am. I'm
Okay.
from oh, you can ask the question, my fault. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead, just tell me since you already ready.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying I'm from downtown Toronto. We're just filling out my Kendra G singles profile app, but I'm not quite finished that yet, but I did set the photo upload part. So it's a pretty good app so far. Yeah.
Okay. The all new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now. We love that. So now we know that you're setting up the app, but let's continue with your questions. You ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Uh, so I think you brought up a good point with your previous talk about like the flaws and stuff, and I think for myself, like as a men, we have to take our confidence and do approaches. So I was wondering if you like do you give like that sort of advice? Because I know some of your advice is like harsh on like people getting into shape and stuff, but what about like stuff like confidence and like the inner game? And because I go for like I have women who are interested in me, but I go for like I want somebody who I can realistically be loyal to and like actually like I you don't want to be on your wedding day and as the young people would say like they're mid or whatever, right? Like I would want to be excited about this person. I do like the girls who are like more like model like and whatever, and I make like decent money. I don't know if we get into numbers, but so yeah, I was just wondering in terms of like the confidence advice that you would have, because sometimes like it's like when I finally do see these like I'm in downtown Toronto, when I finally see an attractive girl, it will be like there was like just yesterday, the sun was like you could barely see the girl, then the sun was in my eyes right as we're passing, and then I was like, oh, she's cute, and then like they go so far away, and you have to run after them. It's like a whole mission, right? And then yeah, it's just one of those things, right? So
Okay, Elton. Okay, take a breath. Take a breath. Listen, I like you. I like that you're very transparent and you're very straightforward and you're vulnerable, which I think is to me a great quality that you possess. Here's the I don't normally give advice, but I can definitely talk about confidence because confidence is universal. I will say this. Here's the deal. What I will say you want a model type, woman. I mean, I hate to say it, but you got to I don't know how much money you make, but the more money you make, the prettier the girl can be. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, but that's something I have learned from this show that when men really want the best of the best type of woman, they they get their coin up. But there are still some very beautiful women walking this planet who they don't want no broke man, but you don't necessarily got to be a millionaire. Now you're in Toronto. I've been in Toronto. There's so many beautiful women in Toronto. Like
oh
there's, I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
like no, literally a lot of photo shoots happen in Toronto. So the woman you're talking about, she probably legitimately was a model. But I feel like this, Elton, just believe in yourself. Like have some swag. So you're not a bad looking guy. Like I think that once I go through this, you're gonna get reached out to by a lot of women. So are you saying the women that like you don't really like them back?
Yeah, pretty much. Like there's like, people I've been on like dates with like last year and stuff, and the ones that I wanted, they didn't want me, but the ones that wanted me, I didn't want them, and yeah, it is
That's
what
the
it is,
circle
right?
of life, child. That's the circle of life. So the girls that you want, they're like extremely gorgeous.
Yeah, and like typically, like if even ask out women in the gym, which I know is like like you gotta approach with tread with carefully, but typically they have like a boy. Actually, yeah, I did have like one success in the gym out of like, anyways, but for the most part, it's like yeah, they have boyfriends and stuff like that as well, right? Or they make them up, right? So
Right. Um, right. Okay. 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 Well, let me ask you my questions, Alton. Get
sure,
situated. You
okay.
know, the cousins are giving you a lot of great feedback. They're like you're very attractive.
Oh, appreciate that.
All right. So, Elton, you live in Toronto.
Yeah, in Toronto.
So, how old are you while you're getting your life together? How old are you?
Sure. I'm 36, going to be turning 37, so on the older side. It's yeah, I do know that like the girls in their mid 20s, like some people they still have that mindset. Oh, the guy has to be within 2 years, and I think as people like grow and mature, like they kind of lose that, but there's still that kind of like mentality where people aren't really they just realistically somehow think that somebody within 2 years, and they just narrow their pool for whatever reason because society tells them, or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Alton, forget
But
those people. We're gonna like right now. You're perfect as you are. Okay, like you're in this moment. I don't think 36 is a bad age. We don't think you're a bad looking guy. Let me get to know you more. Don't worry about anything negative. So anything that you think is, we're not paying that any attention. What we're vibrating is on all the level of everybody that's gonna watch you and think you're amazing. Okay, so in this moment
okay,
you are amazing, and that's it. That's all. No other way to even think about it, okay?
all right, hell yeah, I like it.
All right, yeah, like you the man. You the man right now, point blank, period.
All right, I like
So
it. Yeah,
that is the energy that we are giving. So you the man. So you have any kids? I'm assuming no.
no kids, no.
Okay. And you never been married, right?
That's correct. Never
Okay.
married.
And what do you do for a living?
Right now, I work in IT. I can say how much I make if you want to know a rough ballpark, but it's yeah.
You don't have to share your salary. I don't ever ask personal salaries. You
Okay, fair
want to
enough.
share
Yeah,
it though? You don't have
uh,
to.
uh, uh, I'll share just to get so you get like a rough idea, because I don't know, like if you know how downtown Toronto is, pretty pricey, but let's just say I make over 75 an hour. I won't say the exact figure, but over 75 an hour. So
Okay, okay. Don't play with Elton. Leave it
I'm
right
using my
there.
mobile phone. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. Don't be nervous, Elton. Don't be nervous. We're confident. You any woman that gets you, she's being with the man. Period.
All right, I like that. Yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Any girl that gets you, she because you the man. That's it. That's the end of the story. This whole interview, you the man. Remember that you're wearing that this whole interview. So Elton, Toronto, 36, no kids, never married, works in IT. Do you believe in zodiac signs?
I personally don't really. Honestly, I know there are like a lot of women who are
That's
into that,
fine.
and I'm open to it. But yeah, I'm a Taurus. If that
Okay,
narrows it, eliminates me
I'm
for
a
some.
Taurus too. When's your birthday?
Oh, it's May 10th, and yours?
It must be. I must be attracting a lot of Tauruses. I've been getting a lot of Tauruses on my show lately. I'm May 7th.
Okay, it's both May birthday buddies, I guess. Kendra, yeah.
Yes, we're close. Now let's do it. We got Elton Toronto, 36 Taurus, no kids, never married, works in IT. What kind of woman you looking for?
Okay, so I'm looking. So I don't know if you can tell by my look, but I'm actually Indian Portuguese from a place called Goa. So I do like brown girls to a lot, as a few like Latina kind of girls as well. There's like exceptions as well, but yeah, basically that a couple Asian people here as well. But I know it kind of narrows the pool a little bit, but yeah, I mean, everybody has their preference, right? A fit is really important to me. I actually had a friend moved in with somebody, and yeah, if your vibes like if somebody's disciplined, the other person isn't. It just yeah, I don't really want to get into that situation, right? So
Okay, so you want a woman of your ethnicity?
yeah, yeah, similar ethnicity, I'd say,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, what are your deal breakers?
Deal breakers. So I don't have anything with religion. I would say deal breakers would be if they're unloyal. I think that's a pretty common one. What else? Hygiene. If you know, yeah, they're shaving and sort of things. Yeah, like there's certain yeah deal breakers, I guess, in terms of like the like hygiene department, or if they don't take care of themselves. But I take like, good care of myself. Shower, shave, and so on. So. Uh, Good clothes for work and all that stuff. So I would hope that they are presentable as well, right? And yeah, those are the main deal breakers that come to mind. But now that you do mention it, I think I do need to do a bit more, research into deal breakers. And I'm sure sometimes you just like you meet somebody and you're like, all right, this is my new deal breaker, right? So
Well, yeah, that's what life is. And sometimes you might have a preference and get your preference and realize I actually don't like my preference. So it's okay. You could have a deal breaker and then meet somebody that makes you change your mind, or you can have a requirement and they have the requirement and then you don't like that either. Life is all about experience, Elton. It's okay.
all right, awesome, yeah.
All right. So should she look a certain way? You mentioned it a couple of times. You want her to be fit.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
You want your woman to be fit, correct?
Yep, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Should she make a certain amount of money?
No, that I'm not too particular in terms of the money. I would prefer if her career is. I'm not sure if we're allowed to say that on here, but if her career is not like an O and then an F kind of career, then that'd be a nice plus. I would prefer somebody who's you can be more proud of than you know something like that. I would say yeah,
So no women on OnlyFans.
that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, no women on OnlyFans. No women on OnlyFans. Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam.
All right. Like Kendrick, that's the one where I like get up and take. That's just the top part off, right, or something.
Yes. Well, we got to see your legs.
Oh, the legs as well. Okay, but like, what you want me to put on shorts on, or just like? Okay,
Just got to see your
let me
legs. Just
see how.
gotta move back a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, you don't gotta take your clothes off though.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Okay,
Okay.
but since you did, it's fine. Okay, we see you got muscles, Elton. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yes, all right, yeah. Okay, we see you, Elton. All right.
I wasn't sure if you do like the. I know some people they do like you have to like take your shirt off and stuff like that, or
No,
you're just like kind of show generally what you look like, right?
yeah. We actually never requirement. We don't have I don't have a shirt off requirement. People do at times, but it's not required. All you gotta do is stand up. We're just getting an idea of what you look like completely.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair fair
Okay.
point. Yeah,
All right, but we see your biceps now.
yeah.
Okay, let's start. Now, when was your last relationship?
All right. So my last relationship, I did have like a short term one for like a couple of months. There, yeah, learned pretty quickly that eh, they're we're not the most mentally stable, and just kind of got out of that. But that was like about a couple years ago. Aside from that, just been kind of working on myself, the gym, upgrading my skills for my job, and certifications. So yeah, it's been a while since I've dated. Yeah.
Okay. Um, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
That was also basically like within like the 2 year kind of time frame. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. You don't have to answer, but we got it. 3 flaws
Okay.
you have to work on.
Okay. So this one, from the previous one, I did start to think about it. I would say definitely confidence could use some work. Continuing to build good habits, like I guess keeping the place like cleaner and just like getting to that next level and improving my cooking skills. So just I don't know if those are necessarily flaws, but there's definitely things to work on.
Okay, something to work on. And why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Why they would be lucky to be with me. I would say because I come from a like financially stable background, I guess I would be able to take them to like some nice places and treat them well. Where I know some people have accepted definitely lesser from people, and it's yeah, at least show them a nice fun time. Like there's a lot to do under within downtown Toronto itself, and even just traveling the world together. Like there's definitely a lot of possibilities, right? For when depending on our mutual vibe,
Okay. Um, listen, they said, y'all, Elton was about to get bucket naked.
right?
Um, okay, this one has another question. Madison has a question for you. Are you looking for a life partner, good fit, or do you want arm candy, a younger woman? It's coming off as the latter, and we don't like. And why don't you like the women that like you? It sounds like you like to chase. I think there's women that
That's
okay.
okay.
So
That's
what's
an
wrong with
interesting one.
the women that like you that you don't like? What's wrong with them?
It's just that I just like that excitement has to be there, like mutually, and if it's not, like physical attraction does matter. Like I've talked to men and like I have like a female best friend and stuff that we've talked about stuff like that, and it's physical attractiveness is important, and I'm definitely a believer in people like just making sure like not to compromise in terms of like I don't like to use like the whole rating system and all that stuff, but if I don't see somebody as like it just makes sense, right? If somebody doesn't see me as like an attractive person, then they're just not going to treat me well, and it's not going to work out, right? If they're like, oh, like sometimes, like I had a friend back in the day. She gave a guy a shot. He bought her an iPhone, and then she's like, oh, you know what? He's too short. Can't deal. It's just like you're just wasting your time, right? So I've kind of learned that from my experience. And as far as what this person is saying about like I want a younger arm candy woman versus a life partner, I'm not necessarily opposed to somebody older, but I have found that like I'm 36, right? I have found with women who are like 35, and it's just like so rushed to have kids, and I've been brainwashed by some people, but I have met at least two women who are around 35, and when one of them, she went on a date with one guy, and we were like close friends, me and her. So she told me, oh, he didn't talk about kids on the first date, so he's like a player and immature. That just like you don't know if they're like there's that there's basically if there's no like sexual chemistry and like whatever other things that the person is interested in, then you're not gonna be like, oh, let's have kids like on the first date, right? It's just too much. And at 35 too, even if you put that aside, it's like with the biological clock, freezing eggs and whatever, it's still so much of a rush to like versus if I meet somebody at least 30, we have a few more years to work with and get to know each other. Where you know how people show their true colors, and I'm a believer that you need those a few years, ideally more years, the better, to know who they really are, right? Because there are people who break up all the time. They change their true colors. They get bored. Like their couples, they have to introduce toys, and there's a whole other thing. So they're just yeah.
Okay, so you are okay. So right now you're in a marriage-minded moment. You want to meet a woman you can marry to have kids with.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so you prefer to go younger, and his explanation is the younger she is, the more time they can court and date and make sure it's the right fit, opposed to women who are 36 or your age, because as you get older, it is more challenging to have kids. They're ready right now, and you want someone that's not so ready. You want to take your time to make sure it's right.
Yeah, and also there's the like I don't know less risks as well, right? I forget what they call that, the geriatric pregnancy
Yeah,
risk or
listen.
whatever the stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. And absolutely, that's an actual fact. Only thing that's lost in that conversation at times is men act like all men can create babies. There's some men that have weak sperms that can't create children. So that's another, like sometimes the woman's not pregnant, not because of her, it could be because of the guy. And for some reason, that part is always left out of this baby making conversation. But to focus on you, I think we get it and I understand.
okay.
Okay, so I think that answered her question. Um, oh, hold on. I'll read this one after. All right. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
I think I answered that one
Oh,
right.
you did? Oh, we
Or
did that? Oh, we did that before we
yeah,
did the questions? All right. Okay,
yeah.
so, all right, Elsa, listen, I like you. I think, well, let me tell you what I like about you. You want to be a husband. You're looking for a woman to start your family with. Like, you're going in with that mindset. And I think this is what a lot of women say they want. They want a man that they can partner with to start life with. So I like that you're starting with that foundation. To me, that's a good quality. You don't have any children. You've never been married. So I'm assuming you want to marry the woman you have kids with.
That's correct. And from what you're saying, I know what I want, and I'm not looking to play games. So there's that, right? Like, so yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that's how like you talk with your chest, Elton. You
yeah.
know what you want and you're not trying to play games. Oh, Sam got something to say. A higher earning man wants a younger woman, like saying water is wet. So Sam is saying the more money a man makes, the younger the woman he prefers. There could be some truth to that. There could be some truth to that. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you were setting up your profile, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
All right. So what's your name on the app?
I think it's I think I use my name, just my name, first name. Let me check. 1 second.
Oh, I think is this
Uh,
you right here?
You're showing it. Yep, that's me. Yep, you found it.
Okay, so he comes right up. Just put it Elton. Okay, he comes right up. Now you want women of your ethnicity, correct? Would you date a black
Uh,
woman?
no. Yeah, I would prefer of like my ethnicity or yeah, just
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
or similar like Latina, something sort of like that. Yeah.
okay, okay. All right, Elton, here it is. So for the ladies that he prefers, shoot your shots. You can send a message right there, or you can scroll up, push the heart or the star, or even send them a gift. I'm gonna show you how to shoot your shot. You click on it. It's the way that you can DM before you match with a person. And I'm gonna say, "Hey, Elton." All right, I just sent you a message. You
Okay,
get
I'll
it?
check that out.
Hey, Elton. Hey,
Uh,
we see you. Elton, you the man. Remember, say it with your chest. I sent you a voice message too. Oh, it says you're offline right now. All right, for the women of this ethnicity preference. And what was the age range again, Elton? Are we frozen?
the age. Sorry, I was going back to the app, so that's why I probably froze for a sec. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So the age range. I've gotten like a lot of hate for my age range. So
No, it's your
uh,
life. What is the age range? You don't listen. After you leave us, you have to deal with you. You have to wake up, go to bed, and you have to live your life. You're not going to live for people's opinions who you will never meet in this lifetime. They don't get to direct. This is not your life. Is not a presidential election. Nobody gets to vote.
for for
You
sure.
decide.
Yeah.
Yes. So what
I
was your
will
age?
say a quick explanation before I give it because because I've gotten hate in the past for it. It's just that I don't like to like narrow the pool of people because there's so many other like religion isn't a deal breaker for me either, by the way. But uh, age, I like to just keep it open, and so I would prefer some. I have used to say like 21 plus, but now I had met somebody who's 20. Anyway, so basically 20 to like I don't know
Oh,
like
you can't do
30.
20 because I don't even let anybody 20 come on the show.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you will go all the way
yeah,
down
that's
to
fair.
21?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Oh, now I see why you get hate.
yeah. So it's just like I just believe like if that connection is really that strong, like it's not saying that I specifically would go for them, but I'm just wouldn't necessarily cut them out of the pool. Like I have met plenty of people who are like 27 and we vibe well, but just not enough that it worked out, right? So who knows what else is out there, and maybe some
So
person who
Elton,
doesn't have,
you want
yeah.
to be the sole provider?
The sole provider, I could potentially be open to that. So
Only
depending
because
on
I
the
think
circumstances, yeah.
from what I mean, just giving it to you straight, the more gorgeous the girl is that you require, she's gonna have a lot of options from other men. So usually, this is what I've learned from hosting the show. If a woman is willing to date that much older, because I've had women on the show that were 22 and was like, I want a man that's 40. But in their mind, it's because I want a man that I'm gonna be a housewife, I'm gonna be at home, I'm gonna be paying, I'm gonna have the kids, and he's doing all the work. So if you can afford that 22-year-old gorgeous woman that you say you want, so be it. But she ain't. She gone. The girl you talking about, you're gonna have a coin. I don't know. I didn't do the math on your salary.
Yeah, for sure. I'm don't have any objections to that. It is from my recent dates from last year, I will say that it is kind of nice when when it comes to paying for dinner. Like I went on many dates, and the girl who offered to pay at least like showed like her character that she's willing to work together, and I think that does count for something. If they're you know like let's say I lose my job, right, or something, and like if the girl does have like some, maybe not the most money, but like some sort of you know thing keeping her busy wouldn't hurt. But otherwise I could also be open to what you're saying as well about potentially being the sole provider. It could be possible. It's
Well, the
also a
girl,
matter of what is
the girl,
yeah.
the girl that offered to pay, how low was she?
How old was she? She was uh late 20s basically. Yeah,
Okay, so she had a job, so that's why she was able to pay.
yeah,
You
exactly.
get a girl, a 20-year-old might not. I mean, unless she's a internet star. I don't know what high paying job a girl can have out of 20. She's either still in college or about to get out of college. So I mean,
Yeah,
just things to
exactly.
think about.
That's yeah, the generational difference for sure. Like if somebody's, they have student loans and all that, then it's pretty understandable that they're not going to be, paying like half their rent or something. I'm pretty stable. I may or may not have own some property and stuff. So like it's yeah. So
Okay. Well, Elton, we gotta go. We gotta go. I'm gonna serve the ladies again. Your name. Here he is, Elton. It's Elton. Elton Ron. But you put it Elton, he'll come right up. Put it Elton. I think it's like Elton Ron 10. Oh, it's El Toronto. No, but it's a 0. Okay, just put it Elton because you're gonna get confused. Your username is like El Toron, but then
yeah,
after
I don't think that my name's that popular, so it should hopefully show up
yeah,
unless like we
well, yeah,
get
just
some
put it
other
Elton. He'll come
Eltons.
up. He'll put it Elton. He said no black women, but some black women still might hit you up.
For sure. Yeah. Shoot your
They
shot.
might try to convince you. They might try
Yeah.
to convince you otherwise. All right, listen. Keep me posted how it goes, okay?
Sounds good, Kendra.
All right,
I love the chat and some good advice there. All right. Take
all
care.
right. Bye,
All right.
bye, Elton.
Bye.
All right, here he goes, ladies. It's Elton all the way in Toronto. He's 36 years old in software development and also looking for his wife, a woman he can have kids with. Okay, you can shoot your shot and send him a DM if you fit his description. Okay, also, you know what? You can scroll down and see that heart or the star or even send him a gift. Type in Elton on the Kendra G Singles dating app. The all new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.